Ashley and Ashley Outlet of Idaho Falls are spreading good news by bringing you Feel Good Friday.
Happy Friday, everybody. You know what time it is. Time for Feel Good Friday. I'm Nate Eaton. We are in Iona today. I got a really sweet email from a mom who lives nearby. She said, my 8-year-old is very active and doesn't like to stay still. Today the weather has started to turn cooler and my son asked if he could ride his bike. I normally don't let him play in the front yard without either of his siblings or me, but I had things to do, and with the weather turning, I wanted him to be able to ride his bike before he no longer can. My son went outside and I continued to do what I needed to do. After a while, I heard my son talking to someone. I peeked outside to see him chatting with Bennie, a distant neighbor to us and an activity leader for my son. I watched them interact together for a little while, and then I went outside. Bennie explained to me that he had seen my son racing his bike across the street, and in order to keep him safer, Bennie helped him create a racetrack on our side of the street. He helped my son clear rocks and debris from our driveway, develop a racing circuit, and even timed him to see how fast he could do it. Bennie recently had surgery on his hand. He was out on a walk to get out of the house, get a little exercise, and probably take his mind off the pain. He did not have to stop and make my son feel like he was going to be safe. He didn't have to take the time to play with him. He didn't really have time to, he didn't have to stop and make my son feel special, but he did. And I appreciate it. My son did too. He came back inside all smiles. Everybody needs a neighbor like Bennie. And we're going to thank him for Feel Good Friday. Ashley Home Store has some gift cards for him, an Amazon gift card and a gift card for him to go out to dinner. Bennie lives just right behind me. Let's go surprise him. Bennie, how are you?
I'm innocent right now. I'm telling you.
We were driving by looking for a racetrack for a bike. A bike track. I hear you do that for the neighbor boys. For one of the neighbor kids, you know what I'm talking about?
I don't.
We got an email about a few weeks ago that apparently one of your neighbor kids, he's about 8, was riding his bike. Ring a bell?
I do. Yeah, he lives in his neighborhood over here, and yeah, I was out watching him and walking, and I saw him scoot across the road, and he's like, "Hey, we need to get a better racetrack for you." I was worried about him getting hit with the car and stuff, so we kind of redesigned one for him out there in his front yard and his neighbors and stuff, and yeah, that makes sense now.
So it was in his yard, not your yard.
Yeah, no, not my yard. Yeah.
Yeah. So why did you stop to do it?
Well, I was just walking and saw him. You know, you never miss an opportunity to do something good or try to, and I saw myself, that little boy, getting bored and riding across the road and stuff, and just kind of got worried about him getting hit, and you know, cars not seeing him and stuff, and kind of knew the little guy from church activities and stuff like that, so I had a little sidebar conversation with him, and we quickly worked on designing a new racetrack for him. Then I timed him, and he's pretty excited about it, so.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Well, his mom emailed me and said you
really?
made a big difference for her and for him and for their family.
Well, I'm going to have to tip him over next time and see him.
No, don't do that. We do a segment called Feel Good Friday, and we're honoring you this week.
Oh my gosh.
So we got you some gift cards. We want you to
thank
take
you.
your wonderful wife out to dinner. You can choose any of those restaurants.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And then here's another gift card. These are from Ashley Home Store that you can buy whatever you want. Maybe some bike, like cones or something.
Yeah, there we go.
I don't know.
I'll buy some race cones for him, set up a more complex track for him and the neighbors.
Right. Well, thank you for what you do, and wish you all the best as you recover.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Good to meet you.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not on the wrong side of this.
No.
It's a good thing, not a bad thing.
We don't
so.
want your mugshot. We'll take this.
Okay, thank you very much.
Ashley and Ashley Outlet of Idaho Falls are spreading good news by bringing you Feel Good Friday.